I was gonna do like stuff on live, like collection stuff, but I don't know. It's just Legion. I've just been spamming one Legion invasion over and over and over, trying to get the right guy to spawn, and he's just not gonna spawn. So I will wait until Argus opens for Remix and see if I can get it there and actually get something out of it, because I'm tired of doing Legion invasions. How you doing, Quinn? Yeah, like I said this time I was gonna really lock in. No, I was okay, so I was only sideways on his stream because it was Elsmir's stream that you were watching, and that was just the Discord call. And right now I have my camera finally set up again, but it's in between my monitors because going over the monitors, you guys were looking at like the crown of my head, and that was weird. So I moved the monitors apart slightly, and we have the camera in between them, but I didn't want a massive gap, so it's vertical. And I'm like, oh, I can just rotate it in OBS, like that's fine. Didn't think about Discord video calls because I don't do that very often. Um, and the Elgato software doesn't let you rotate. Like it's a very basic feature. You can mirror horizontally and vertically, but you can't rotate your output like 90 degrees. So for the Discord streams, I was sideways the whole time. But when you're feeding it into OBS or something, you can transform it. But that's why I was sideways. I have to think there's a way to fix it, but everything I found for Elgato is like a year old, and they're like, how is this not a feature? Oh, submit a feature request. Okay. I feel like that's a very basic thing. That's the lore on that. But Remix just, I don't know. Legion does not hit for me the way that Mop did, obviously. I mean, that's probably not surprising in the slightest, but I need to do the raids. I haven't even done Tomb. I just finished the Suramar campaign. And I know that I'm like super strong and powerful on Remix and it's really fast. I just did it on live. Like I just did all my Legion stuff on live. I was like most of the way through Argus by the time that Legion Remix came out. So it's like super fresh still. But I do need to do more stuff. We'll probably do a little remake stuff later. It was nice doing it with, like, when my guild was excited for remix. We would do, like, raids during the day and stuff, but maybe that'll happen again as we get towards Thanksgiving so people have time off. Yeah, I've bought all the class mounts. I'm working on the Mogs. I have a couple pets that I still need to. Mishmash. And then raid testing on Wednesday and key testing on Wednesday, which is exciting. Lots of hype for that. Very worried about healing for raid testing, but I'm excited to do key testing. Dude, I love this. I know it's not super powerful, but I think situationally it'll be really, I don't know. It'll have some really good niches, I think, like Dance of the Wind. It's basically like a health pot. You just have to be and execute. Which, especially if there's like little shitter ads, you'll actually have access to quite a bit. Where are the cows? I need to figure out how to get them into my house. I don't think there's a way. At the very least, I'd like to move them into my backyard, or my front yard, I guess, because I don't have it behind the house. Much more upright, yeah. I'll have to try to figure something out, because there's times like for Potty C we do it in Discord too. Which is fine, but I just don't want to make more work for people because I have a weird setup. It's not gonna be like this forever. It's just the mic arm that I have right now is not very flexible. It's just funny. Feels odd, not bad, but weird. It's definitely different. I think the only place where I would say that it feels bad is raid settings. And that's because we go in like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And the identity is not super clear right now. Oh, this is the campaign. Okay. But I mean, we don't even have raid testing yet. We don't even have frames, so I'm trying to be patient on that. But I don't want it to be like a, oh, it's only alpha. Oh, it's only beta. Oh, well, there's still PTR. Like, I don't want to fall into that. Oh, I was gonna go to Cherry's 40 carries too. I gotta lock in. Is there even a PTR? Not yet. Will there be one? I don't know. It goes alpha, beta, and then it'll go into... I think it goes live, and then whatever the next patch, it goes into PTR. Might be making that up. But I think that's what it is. Oh, true. What are next week's affixes? Completely forgot about affixes, by the way. That's how little I think of them. They've been gone for 2 seasons, and I'm like, yeah, what are those? The priests, the priests are, I think, rightfully dooming. I've been talking to Clandon about their class tree quite a bit because it seems like it is in despair, and Jack even mentioned it today, where it seems like it's very much a PvP centered class tree, which is understandable. But they need someone that does like discipline in raid to get in there and have some impact. I'm so excited for housing. I'm so excited. I do have some VFA questing to do because I never did Alliance in VFA because I was a Blood Elf. So I have some quests I need to do for housing decor. It's just like the campaign for the Quilterians, like all this is missing or only partially done. So I have a lot of that to do. It's like I have a lot of stuff to do, but it's not the most exciting stuff to stream. So if we're not doing raid testing or key testing, it's probably just going to be a lot of yapping, which isn't bad. But I know that that's not the main reason to watch streams. I have trimmed the playlist down from 1,500 songs to 1,331. We are working through it. I don't know how long this queue will take. I probably should just do it on a follower dungeon. Yeah, it's like second monitor stuff. Last time when I was working through all the Legion stuff, I was I was like binging Full Metal, yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. It was really good. Hey Khalifa, how are you? Are you still Shadow? I think I gave you a bonk. It was like Arakara, right? I guess I could do side quests. I haven't done any side quests actually. Hell yeah. I saw a pretty high Shadow Priest the other day. Thank you. Hey, do you guys think this is supposed to be here? Is this right? They got those weird fish in Suleiman. The flying fish. Oh, I've never actually seen this model in the wild. Have you done any dungeons on beta? Yeah, I've done on alpha. I've done a run through of each of them. On beta, I think we've done Spire and Murder Row. I don't know how much they've changed. I'm supposed to check something in Blinding Veil, but I haven't done that one yet. Skyfishing does sound like a 14 thing. Oh, that was Zen Flight. It's like one of my favorite buttons. There was a moment on live where after like 11.1, it was it disabled all actions. And I usually all fish on it because you can get further out and you can position better without something that's gonna time out like the wave boards. It's just Zen Flight though. It'll drop your cloud. So you have to have a little bit of space if you're doing that, but Banlu, our good friend Banlu, is they fixed his eyebrows. Nice. He doesn't, for whatever reason, drop the cloud. So if you mount specifically onto Banlu off of the cloud, you get like a shortcut for steady flight until you land. Very weird interaction, but that's been there for a while. And then I land and I come back and I'm dragonflying again. It's OP actually. Is it harder to heal with no add-ons? I can't really tell. There's like no healing to do in the normal dungeons. And then if there is, most of it's taken care of by Ancient Teachings and Harmonic Surge. No, it's only Banlu. I think it's because he has a special, like summon. I've tried others that have different summon, but like even evil Banlu, it'll drop you. So I don't know what it is specifically about OG Banlu that doesn't trigger the drop, but it's kind of funny. I'm glad they fixed his eyebrows though, or his eyelashes. They're kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of hard answering some of the questions today because it was like, we don't actually know how much healing has changed yet because there hasn't been any content to heal where there's actual damage. So we'll get a better answer on Wednesday when testing starts. I like this song, but not to play WoW 2. Oh, Final Fantasy music. I wish Recuperate gave mana back. That'd be nice. I said I was gonna start or finish leveling last week, and then I just never did. Because I think they announced Mythic Plus and raid testing, so I was like, oh, I don't need to level, because there will be boosts, but I would like to have some builds posted for people to try if they want. Are they reducing damage numbers? Yeah, everything got squished down. So like I'm 87 and I have like 180 something thousand health. We got squashed. They do that every so often. I don't remember. I think the last one was Shadowlands was the last one, I think. Like going into it. Weeshed. Yeah, when you get into like the multi-million numbers for individual damage events, it gets a little crazy. Whenever Chaos Bolt starts hitting for 56 million, it's time to do a squish. Yeah, I think I've seen that echoed a few times where they're like, "Oh, I'm already back to 200k HP." There was questioning on whether we actually got squished enough. Yeah, I'm like sitting there with my finger next to my monitor trying to count how many zeros there are. That's bugged on Mistweaver too. Hmm. Oh yeah, I hope actually that gets fixed before raid testing. I can't take the last Spirit Font node. It's just grayed out. 237. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I don't have any opinions on Brew because I don't play it, but Windwalker I think I'm pretty happy with. It feels kind of weird not having Zwen unless you're Conduit. Haven't decided on if I like that or not yet, but I do really like Shadowpan. I like pressing Fist of Fury and having Flurry Strikes go off. Very satisfying button press. Can't speak to like tuning or how much damage we actually do yet because we don't know. But that's all just numbers. Playstyle wise, it feels good. Sorry, guy. I just zapped that little bug, I think. Yeah, so Windwalker lost SEF and Zwen. If you're Conduit, you have it, but not if you're Shadowpan. And then instead of SEF, Shadowpan now has Zenith, which was Wu. Like this. It's the same everything. It just got renamed. I think for Brewmaster it works the same, but don't quote me on that because I haven't looked at it. Yeah, this is Heartless. Conduit is when in Panda's weapons. I think you also get, yeah, Zenith is a spec talent, so the thing with Conduit is just that you have to press Conduit, and then after that you get Zwen like ready to use for a minute. Unless they have changed it since. Which it looks like they did. Oh, they flipped it. After invoking Zwen, you may cast Conduit. So it used to be you cast Conduit and then a minute after you can cast Zwen, but they have flip-flopped them. Interesting. That's probably better. Yeah, so Zwen is my E-bind, and I press Zwen and he's active, and then I have 54 seconds, 53 seconds to use Conduit. Interesting. I think, yeah, I think that's probably better. Shadow Meld is very strong. Shadow Meld and Dwarf are usually the two for keys. Yeah, like, I complained about this just briefly when they first changed it. I was like, if you are playing a monk spec and you specifically do not talent into your Celestial, I think that is a mistake. There is very little material for monks to work with, like, theme-wise. You get one expansion, and like Warcraft 3, maybe, and Hearthstone, kind of. And if you're not using like the main thing, which is the Celestial, then there's probably a tuning problem. Because I know Brewmasters didn't take Dave for a while, and that was always weird. Because Mistweaver was always so reliant on them. Oh right, these are just side quests. Oh shit! Is this guy? Okay, this is driving me crazy because I have to change this every time I log in. I don't care about friendly NPCs. Beta's good. It's fun. Raid testing starts this week. I think we get a build Tuesday and then testing is the Wednesday, Thursday. This is the guy from Legion. Isn't it? Or Wrath. Yeah. He's like right here. Somewhere. This little area. I am gonna go back to Shadowpan though. Because I like it more. Anything that stands out to you about Mistweaver that we still have that others don't? I think we're still pretty strong defensively, like for personal defensives. Fort Brew is ass, but we have Dance of the Wind still, which does a lot. Does a lot of heavy lifting when it needs to. And we have the additional stamina from Jadefire Teachings. We did lose Bounce Back, we lost a Fuse, which I could maybe see Fort Brew getting a buff because we lost a Fuse. I know they want to prune defenses, but like Fort Brew is so bad and I die through it on live all the time. We have good CC, which, I mean, everyone lost their kick except for Shaman, but we have Drop Sleep and Para still. And Para's also a Soothe. Like, we retained a decent amount of our stuff in general. And with stops becoming more important now that healer kicks are gone and they reworked how stopping will work and stuns, I think that gives us kind of an edge. But I don't think there's going to be as heavy of a focus on casting in general, so it may just kind of like balance out like a net neutral type of thing. I think we're still flexible healers though. Probably more flexible than we are on live right now, honestly. On live, you're so tied to your enveloping mist ramp and everything that you're just fucked if you don't. But I think that has gone away. And we have more like casting while moving through Emperor's Elixir. I keep opening it as if I'm not Windwalker all the time, but I'm a bit worried about Master of Harmony because we still don't have a way to track vitality. And just power-wise, it is not competitive with Conduit for Mistweaver right now. Conduit just blows it out of the water. That amount's too strong. I think it depends on the dungeon pool. I want to say that Dwarf is stronger, but I think that's just because we can Dwarf more things this season. But thinking back to like Dragonflight, trying to do Forge Master, I can't remember his name. Forge Master in Neltheris, having Invises and Droppers was actually a world of a difference. It was a big HPS difference on if you had melds or not. They might rework it. I do know that Vitality is handled by the Brewmaster side of things, which is why it takes a bit longer. It kind of always has. It took a while on the War Within beta as well. I don't think we even saw it until like late beta. It was just a bunch of not yet implemented stuff for quite a while. A lot of Final Fantasy music. Old Charlayan, my beloved. Are we the most mobile healer? Probably. Druid is also up there, I think. And Druid gained defensives. They got like some new thing for bear. You were told there will be cows? There will be. When we go back to my home that is only a kitchen. Is it time? Are you healing? I'm more concerned about healing as a role than I am about Mistweaver specifically. But it might be time. You play all three. I think, from what I've heard, it sounds like Brewmaster is in a pretty good spot. There's some stuff that they were leaving feedback on the monk post that they weren't super happy about, but I think in general they're happy. And then Windwalkers were happy on like the first day, and then they started dooming, and I don't know why. They became unhappy, and I don't know what changed or what didn't change. It's fun to doom. Sometimes it's annoying. We had a guy, like the first day of alpha, the first day that the public alpha came out, he was like, "This is the last straw. I'm quitting Monk. I'm uninstalling." I'm like, brother, it is day one. Like, hang on. It is day one of the public alpha. It is not set in stone. Hey, Farrah, how's it going? Something about scaling? Like target scaling? Does lighter than air let you walk on water? Yeah. Actually, I don't think this water's very deep, but yeah. Do you collect the PvP tier sets? I recently have, because I found someone to carry me in PvP. No, I have no idea what his opinions are on the new stuff. It was just someone random in Peaks. But I don't know why the hell you would be dooming on the first day of alpha. How do the elite set work? I'm pretty sure you just have to hit the rating and then it is given to you as the reward. But then the other stuff you have to buy. I might be switching them up. Like I was given the pink one for doing the PvP and then I had to buy the... These not show up on alpha? I had to buy the gray set. Where, yeah, I guess they're not showing up. You had to, oh, here. Nope. No, there's no PvP sets. Yeah, you had to buy the gray one from the vendor and then the pink one was given for the rating. No, the tier is the same. Season 1 tier sets are usually pretty tame because they're usually following like a class rework or spec rework or major philosophy change or new talent trees or, you know, new expansion stuff usually comes with a lot of change. I think that Elite is 1800 and then the enchant is like 1950 or 1970. I don't think it'll come up on beta because not everything comes over. And I have not earned it recently. I think after the war within ends, you can buy them with the tokens. Can you? So like if I PvP'd in Dragonflight but didn't buy the set, I can go back and get it or something. I do kick myself for not PvPing in Season 4 because I really liked the pink set for Mirjasil and I didn't do it. I had every intention of doing it and I got burnt out because I was playing too much. Yeah, you can buy the one that is on the vendor, just not the one that was like limited time. That makes sense. Murgle Murgle. Oh, an upgrade. Oh, never mind. Wait, what? Like a 40 difference in eye level, but no, that's 31 agi versus 22. No, the tooltip thing is wrong. The PvP mount last season, the eel. I actually don't even know where I'm at with the mount. I think I have a ton to do. I don't know if I care about the mount. I just really like all of the pink monk sets because it's kind of a hard color to find. I never use them, but I have them just in case one day I want to. Lobster. Yeah, I hadn't, prior to this expansion, I hadn't done any PvP since Shadowlands Season 1 or season... I have the Season 4 stuff for some reason, but Season 1 was what I remember. because that gear was better than the PvE gear for some reason. That was a weird time.
This far in. Keep your steps light.
I was watching old PvP videos and dude, it is so slow looking. It was crazy the pace change. I mean, dungeons and raids are the same. It's just like I feel like PvP moves so quickly, and that might just be because I'm not familiar with it.
Have you traveled far? Shalom.
Bear milk.
Home is
Will my shell fall off when I grow up too?
I used to PvP a ton. I'm not pugging shit. I plugged 2 keys yesterday. Well, one of them was a fake pug. I queued into it. Then I didn't have Mira on my friends list yet, but I obviously know them. It was a fake pug, but I did plug a floodgate. I used to PvP a ton though. Like when I was a kid, I would just level stuff. When they added experience gain to BGs, that's all I did. That's the only way that I leveled, is just spam queuing battlegrounds. Dude, we tried pugging. I had a 19 Ecodome, which is my only one that I'm missing now. 2 weeks ago, last week, we had a shaman. He was like a decent rating. And I don't want to like shit talk someone, but I'm going to because this guy was such a fucking bot. I was shocked. Like the first part of the dungeon went okay. He died to something preventable, but it was like, yo, you know, people make mistakes, whatever. The last boss, he didn't pick up a single soul. I think he picked up one by accident. I'm like, brother, this is a 19. Like what? Huh. It was incredible. I was flabbergasted. He did some weird shit on the second boss too. I just don't remember what it was. I think he was just wiggling around with the spears, but or the frontals, but I was just like, this is incredible. How are you like this? We only depleted by like 10 seconds and he was like 5 of the 7 deaths. It was actually diabolical behavior. Yeah, but even like there's still some good ones. Like I plugged a 19 floodgate yesterday and it went well. It just seems like there's such a big gap. No, I mean, I agree. The game needs to do a much better job at baseline information, but we were in a 19. I don't know, if it was a, you know, even a 15, I wouldn't have said anything. But like, come on. You should know this by now. He had like 18s. I think had a couple 19s and mostly 18s. I don't care. If you do weird stuff, what am I clicking here? If you do weird stuff like in anything under 15, it's whatever. Because that's kind of when stuff starts to do damage where you're like, oh, okay, I do need to use a defensive there, or whatever. That's all good and fair. But Blizzard does need to do a better job with teaching mechanics, I guess. It's gotten better. It was definitely improved. I think I am in the minority. I like Brazil. I like Brazil keys. I think that anything that makes the game easier to get into is good. And I know that boosts happen, but that happens anyway. It's just easier now. I do think that if you're listing your Brazil key in LFG and saying tips accepted, you should jump off a cliff, though. Like, that's crazy to me. That part's crazy. Do you think they're ever gonna get rid of depletion? Do you think it'll ever just become like a tournament style thing where it's just slam your head against it, infinite tries until you get it?
It's the Gokinye. Noah bless you like you blessed us. Now go. Oraka.
I'm just curious, like, what's the next step? Like, do they keep iterating? No affixes. Okay, Brazil keys. There's two things, like, two major walls, I guess, that they've gotten rid of now.
Go back where you came from.
I don't know if they've explicitly said they don't want a tournament style. I think players don't want a tournament style, which I totally get. But also, isn't that just Brazil with less steps? Isn't that what people are doing anyway when you spam Q a Brazil key? That's tournament style. You just have to find someone with it.
Oraka, my friend. Halazi guide ya. Diamani need
I don't think we're too far removed from it. I don't know if it would be good for the game. I kind of think not.
go away.
I don't know. I'm not pugging keys. We tried pugging Windwalker keys yesterday and we died on the first pull both times. 3 times. I was vivifying myself as a Windwalker. That's what I just learned that Fellowship doesn't have depletes in the same way, I guess. Mythic Plus and Mythic Minus.
Welcome.
Have you traveled far? Oraka, my friend.
What's the punishment for dying? You have to start over?
You join our hunt, cover your tracks.
That's what, I mean, the punishment is that you're in Priory or Floodgate. Does there need to be a punishment, I guess? The punishment is you don't time that key and you have to try it again, which is time commitment. Is this not working? I'm just clicking on these guys.
Halazi guide ya. Talk to me. Zuljara may trust you, but I don't. Go away. Watch yourself.
I don't think this is working. Reenact them. Ask them for stories.
The Amani need help.
Meh.
What tracks are you following?
You may not time fellowship, but you always progress your hero. You get golden gear. Well, that's kind of nice. I do wish they'd up the gold reward from keys. Shit's expensive.
You honor me.
I don't think this is working because they're all just like AFK. You have someone die and break a gambit on the last boss every single time for a week. Yup. But I think about raid, right? The punishment for raid for dying is you have to pull the boss again.
Do you need protection? We are not
And I know that the different forms of content, but I don't know why there needs to be a punishment. Because eventually it'll all like this could be completely flawed thinking, but my thought process is for tournament style stuff is if people don't want to match their heads against a 20 priory for hours, you don't have to. You can just log out, you can go to a different key, because you don't have to re-roll the one that you're stuck with. Like you know, on beta we get scrolls and we can just make the key. I always liked that. I always hated key fishing. I thought that was cringe. Even pre-Brazil, that was my least favorite part. Because Mythic Plus, even now, is still mostly a time commitment thing. For most players. Like for rank 1, not necessarily. There's skill gaps there still. I'm not saying that if you have tournament style that everyone's going to be competing with Kira's group, because that's not true. But for most people, it's a time commitment thing. And a lot of people don't have the time. Because, you know, jobs and stuff. I wonder if more people would get into it. There's also less, I mean, if there's no depletion, then there's less pressure. Maybe more people would try different roles that they're not comfortable with, or maybe more people would try pushing it all because the pressure is less. Yeah, like part of the reason why people are so like meta slavey, I guess, is partially because they don't want to deplete their key and have to homework it back up. Key homework fucking sucks. So of course you're gonna try to pick the things that will give you the best chance at winning. You can't fault them for that. Not really. Especially if you only have a few hours a day to play, right? If that.
I watch your back. You might find your blade.
Yeah, like maybe you have to like cannot believe I'm saying this. Kind of like delves where you have to like work your way up the tiers. You can't do a 19 priority until you do an 18, or you 2 chests a 17 or whatever. Like you still have to progress at least initially. But I don't see a reason outside of it to keep depletes. And I didn't always think this. This is a new opinion that I hold, I guess. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, why do we need depletion? If people are not good enough players to do a 20 whatever, then they will simply not ever time the 20. If they are good enough, they will time it. Or more people will play because it'll be easy to learn because you're not going to get, you know, harassed over dying to a mechanic that you didn't understand and deplete this guy's key. Yeah, we got number squished in midnight.
You're lucky I don't kill you where you stand.
Blizzard wants the time played.
Word in for me to Zaljar.
Crazy concept. I think if you make a game fun, people will play it longer and more. Maybe a little too hot of a take, but I would in fact play the game more if it was more fun. Crazy concept. I know. I would play Actually, I'm a fucking liar because I don't want to. I was gonna say I I would play maybe other specs if depletion didn't exist and all this other stuff, but we all know that's not true. I'm gonna play monk and that's it. Other people could play other specs. Yeah, other people can play other specs. I will just continue to do the same thing that I've done since Shadowlands. But you know, I love that option being there for people. Kazuvesh made me realize timers are not what holds some people back. Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time coming up with a reason why that would be harmful for the game. Oh, it promotes degenerate behavior. Welcome to World of Warcraft, home of degenerate players that will do the most insane shit for like 0.1% of a power gain. That's not new. That is not Mythic Plus's fault, nor is it new to Mythic Plus in general. I think it just makes it more accessible, and if people wanted to bash their head against the same key for hours, they can do that just like they can now. Yeah, if there was less pressure on tanking, if there was less pressure to, you know, when I say deplete, what do you guys think I'm talking about? Do you understand that I'm not saying like there should be no timer? I'm saying that your Q should not drop a level. It's basically like all resil above whatever level. Because I just realized that I don't want you doing a key and waiting for a lust, like a 50 and waiting for lust pull every time. Like that's not what I want. It's just like basically resil. But I would probably try tanking if there was no depletes. Maybe not as brew. I don't know if I like brew. I don't know if there's a tank that I like other than prop pally is fun because I like divine shield, but that's pretty surface level. I'd argue leeching Rizilkis is more degenerate. Yeah, there's definitely faults to it. Try to do priority and DPS doesn't use offensives or insta dies a few times. You have to go down to Dawn, do a lower one. Yeah. TLDR, mistweaver next expansion, net good, net bad. Good in dungeons, to be determined in raid, because we don't really know yet. I'm not gonna lie, when TGP and MDI were both out, I found myself not caring about the MDI because I don't really care how fast you can do a 15. I want to see them do a 25. Like, shit that I can't do, you know? I lost interest in MDI when TGP came out, and now it's just like the same thing. Yeah, I guess I don't really see a reason why the time loss on having to go again couldn't just be the quote unquote punishment for failing. Aw, got a little flower ring around him. The cappy. Dude, the 20% avoidance thing is crazy. People are like, wow, how are they doing this? And I'm like, it's impressive, but also, 20% avoidance does a lot. Dude, I bet 20% avoidance probably is better than Touch of Karma defensively. This shit does nothing. 50% of your max health. That's nothing. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Key depletion probably exists for lower keys so people don't learn and frog, but eventually get to the morale boost of time and key. Shouldn't exist for anything above a 12. Yeah, I think that's what Sense had said. Keys above 12s don't deplete or something, let the low ones matter for gearing or whatever, but after that, fuck it. Yeah. I think part of why beta keys are so popular is because you can play with people from any region, which is fun in itself if you have EU friends or whatever. It's new content, which is obviously really enticing, but you can just log in and you can go and you can play. Along the same vein, I have been PvPing. I think it's crazy that you can buy gear off of the auction house on a fresh character. You buy a full set, you walk in, and you start playing the game. I was telling Woes, I'm like, yeah, when's your Mythic Plus arc? He would have to do so much shit just to walk into a key, to be ready to walk into a key. Whereas I can walk into PvP with all my PvE gear on, and then just buy like the PvP weapon and stuff when I have honor or whatever, conquest. But he would have to do so much shit just to be ready to do a key. And I know people have brought up like Mythic Plus tier set or Mythic Plus sets before, but I think that would be fun. I don't know. It's hard because raid exists too, and I know gearing is a big part of MMOs. But like the gear grind for PvE is a little ridiculous. And I will fully admit, I hate gearing. I know some people play the game to gear and then they log out. I despise gearing. I am gearing to do the thing that I want, which is keys. Gearing is not the end game for me. And that's probably a big zoomer mentality, but that's okay. That's what I am. Wait, when did I leave my queue? What the hell? It's a doomed. But like even Prue was working on his alts.
But not from you.
I think he had to do like, what was your total that you needed to do? It was a stupid amount of keys. It was like more keys than I had done in a season already.
Nalarak gives me the strength to outlast your enemies.
It's also crazy that they launched Turbo Boost and didn't uncap Grass until like 2 weeks later. That was a crazy choice. Oh, Turbo Boost is here. It's time to play. No, it's not. Nope. 2 weeks. It would honestly take away a lot of the friction too if you could just transfer stuff. Like if you could transfer crests. I've got like 700 crests on my monk. Maybe I'd pick up a druid late season if I could transfer them. Probably not, but I would have the option.
It be Halazi's favored.
40 keys in 1 week, haven't seen him since. The classic.
Go away.
Oh wait, these guys fuck. That's something I do not do as one walker, but I need to. Oh, I'm dead. I have a disease. No. No. Is that guy special? He's fucking me up. I do feel squishy, but I also never look at my health because I forget that I don't have ancient teachings as Windwalker. Hehe. I don't even think I have it talented. I don't. Do I? I don't. Should make all soulbound drops into warbound until equipped. My one concern with that would just be if I want to gear something of a different armor type, I would just be fucked, right? Because I can only loot leather. I mean, everyone can only loot the one thing, but if you're gearing an off spec, that would be easy, but I also wouldn't want to just be able to loot anything off of a table because that would make gear targeting really hard. Yeah, I don't know why the para stayed, actually. That was weird. I would think that it would have just full reset. What does Windwalker even want? Fucking detox, I guess.
I don't need your help, you young thing.
Oh yeah, trinkets and stuff would be fine. Trinkets, rings.
We stay in Halazi shadow.
Fighters.
Do you need protection? You should be in chains.
Shadra? Isn't that the... Yeah. Oh, I guess she's a troll. I guess that does, spider troll makes sense. Yeah. I've died to that name before. Oh, there's an orange one. Capara. They're not capybaras. It does give me... The Mizara Caverns gives me Brackenhide vibes. Big time. Down here. This is like the open world version of the dungeon. Oh, I have to do the dungeon for 2 different quests now. Okay. I'm just gonna do it in a follower dungeon. I cannot queue for it. That's weird, because I have 2 quests that want me to go in there, so... What's the deal there? Ranking of the zone so far? I think Eversong's gotta be #1. It's so pretty. They did such a good job reworking it.
In the shadows. Will you join our hunt?
Herondar's probably 2, Zul'Amon's my 3, and Voidstorm just feels like... It just feels like Korthia meets Koresh, kind of. I must have to do this one first. I don't want to heal followers, they piss me off. Yeah, I don't like to shit on zones before we really go there, but it really just feels like Korthia Koresh. Baby. Did you go to the dungeon and talk to the follower person? This guy?
This must be the fire liners you spoke of.
I have to go like in there.
We will start a ritual, but be ready. This is the lower of war. Whatever he dreams of, we must complete the trial.
Oh. Okay, we're doing that because I don't want to do this with followers. Oh. Blizzard removes Winds of Mysterious Wisdom from 11.2.7. What was that one? That was like the welcome back to the game, have free experience gain or something. Oh, and the rep. Oh, my rep. I love reputation buffs. I love the mount drop thing. That was so much fun. It was nice being able to log in and do something every day for like an hour and then log out. Yeah, I guess that's just if you want to level like a evoker, because you can't do that on remix, right?
Where have you been? Don't worry, me life.
Watching you go through Jean-Eli's trial was unsettling. Are you well?
I am fine. I feel as if a weight has been lifted from me, but another's taken its place.
Hmm.
The last trial is always
That's the one that gave it to me.
or is it? What makes the Hashe? Will I be able to help my people?
The Dark Fuse is the only one that I did because I abused. I did the farm, and then they fixed it like an hour after I finished.
Whether they result in success or failure.
I knew that I would literally never do it if I didn't do it then.
Coming to it with a sense of entitlement, that was my mistake. But when I came to the light in my darkest hour with good intentions.
I never even hit 20 renown on the Undermine reps. I'm 19. I didn't like that place very much. I liked the music. The raid was pretty good, but I didn't like the open world zone. I don't really like goblin zones. They obviously had fun with it, and I appreciate the work that went into it because I did do a good job. I don't like running around zones that are just full of literal garbage.
Thank you, Liadra.
I don't like gnome zones either. It's just like the over-engineered,
Without both, my Hashura.
like the engineering heavy stuff I don't love. Okay, I guess we're going in.
Raka, my friend. And what's the...
I actually don't think I ever DC'd from the car.
This must be the fire liners you spoke of. Sit.
The later ones auto skip? Okay.
But be ready. This is the lower of war.
That's good at least.
Whatever he dreams of, we must complete.
Mythic Salad. I've actually only done him like twice. I wasn't in for Prague. We did a Mistweaver Pally Evoker for that. Or a Holy Priest Pally Evoker for that. It feels like a fight where it's just so much personal responsibility that you just have to do your own... Like, you have to do your mechanic. But if the guy before you, like, dropped it wrong, then it gets weird. I had one of the stars on the last one, and my line was very hard to see because of, like, the boss not wanting to move. Seems very mechanic heavy. I mean, it's a throughput fight too, like, there's a lot of healing to do, but... Do we know when keys come out? It should be after the raid on Wednesday. The 18th? I think it's usually when it comes out. I don't know if it's been officially announced. These are my berries. I didn't notice those before. That's actually cool. So yeah, I guess flying fish. There's a shark back there. Oh, I probably don't have it on beta. No. I like the salmon. He's cute. Alchemy or druid bear form. Not just druid, you have to be in bear form. It's good that there's alchemy too, though, so you don't have to have a druid. God knows you do not need more reason to bring druids to keys than you already have. That's what I wanted to check in the Blinding Veil, is that there was a holy, it was a priest or a pally thing. I was like, brother, it's always priest or pally for these special things. Come on. Throw us a bone. At least if you mess up, like for me, if I mess up on salad right now, it's probably only me that was messing up, so we can very quickly figure out what the problem was or what I didn't understand. Whereas sometimes during prog, it's like, what did we like to? Who did this? And no one knows. I wish the damage meter was working. I really hope the damage meter works by Wednesday. Hey Michaela, how's it going? Can I carry more than one at a time? Or did I just overwrite the one that I had? It's kind of hard because I'm the only person that can pick them up because I'm not an NPC. Yeah, I picked up those berries earlier, and I think those are the only two things I picked up. But I don't think it overwrites, which is nice. We should gather this? Yeah, we should. We should really do that. Yeah, can everyone stand on it really close so I can't click the bobber? I think that'd be helpful. think that would be good. Is this another bear thing? Bear alchemy? Alchemy is OP. Stinky feral. Stinky feral. That doesn't know how to dance. Kinda crazy, actually. Why is this unfriendly? Are they usually? I don't think I killed any of the others. Oh, no. He's just hungry. She's not even autoing! Oh my god. She's just standing there getting beat in the face. Alright, where did this even come from? Okay, so you need a decurse and an MS and a druid or alchemist in here. And something with stealth probably to go get all of the little collect. Why are none of them fucking helping me? Oh my god. Crazy. It's too accurate. I haven't seen that NPC yet. I'll have to go find him. How did I not pick those up? Oh. Stomp the mushrooms. Stomp. Oh, and a poison just spell? Poison and a curse spell is a crazy combination. Are they removing our ability to use action key down? What do you mean? Oh, what? Console command? No, I'm 88 right now. What happens if I don't stomp the mushrooms? Dude, revival's actually gonna go crazy here. Except that was too far apart to run uplifted even, so you'll have to heal through one set. For dwarf. Oh. Maybe. It looks like maybe they did. I don't remember seeing that anywhere though. Dude, maybe revival is actually gonna be a reason to bring a monk. I know that poison cleansing totem exists, but I don't know I don't remember the cooldown on it. It's longer than revival, I think, especially with uplifted. 30 seconds off. I really would like a, you know what Jade Serpent statue looks like, right? I would love like armbands, or I guess they'd have to be shoulders that would come down your arms, or maybe part of a chest piece. But I want like a Jade Serpent like wrapped around my arm. Either one, or both. I think that'd go hard. And the shoulder could be like a Yulon head. They had 2 cleansing totems. I wonder how often are we gonna get that mechanic on a key? Is it gonna be like 3 sets of poison? You could revival the first and the third. Little swirly arm. I don't know which ones you're talking about, but I can look. Argus. That's not mage. Good try though. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. There we go. Yeah. I want it to go all the way up though. Oh, it's 2 minutes. Fuck, Shaman's better than me at the one thing that we have. It's alright. They also have a decurse. It's okay. That's fine. And a kick. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be all fine. I'm not mad. Unless, you know, it's okay. I have, prop. Dude, I know. We need a Bira so fucking bad. We need something. We don't even need to be better than anyone at anything. I just need there to be a reason, like, less reasons to not bring one. Right now we have more reasons to not bring a monk than you do reasons to bring one. I just need to be net neutral on you bringing a mistweaver. I feel like that's not asking too much. You're pissing me off. What are we doing in this corner? Dude, dude, the monkey's paw would curl. Let's try that again. The monkey paw would curl so fucking hard. Okay, Mistweavers, here's a Brez. It's melee range. Go fuck yourself. That would totally happen. May as well just have Enjirez. That would be crazy. My add-ons? What add-ons? What do you mean my add-ons are experiencing errors? I don't have any. Look at my fucking UI. No, all the real Brezes are arranged. I have Radar IO enabled because I was trying to log. That's the only thing I had turned on. Happy? Holy shit. I think you could argue that, like, I mean, no, you can't even argue that. They're just normal brezzes. I was gonna say you could maybe argue that DK and Pally brezzes are kind of tied to melee because they have to generate resource and they have to do that in melee, but that's so fake. Like, that doesn't matter. It matters very, very infrequently. No, my latency is fine, but I am in a dungeon, so maybe when I leave it'll be bad. You just want to be able to use your own raid buff? Yeah, that'd be nice. Most of our damage is nature. Should cost manatee stacks? Fuck it. I go home in 2 minutes and 30 seconds anyway. That's fine. Ooh, a new thing I haven't seen before. Provisions. I think they gave Pally's a brez because of Rhett. Essence Font doesn't exist anymore. Spirit Font, it currently is not working with Elusive Mist, but from the sounds of it is that it should. But that's also like kind of, I don't want to say it's fake, but it's kind of it's not as cut and dry as like Barrier or something would be, because it's still a heal and you're still using Thunder Focus Tea to heal. So it's kind of like a bonus on top of the healing, but it's not just straight up a DR. It's stuff that you're benefiting from. And right now, if Spirit Font starts channeling on someone and they're full health, and there's no other injured target, it will just stop channeling. Which is not good. But I don't think it's supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to continue channeling on its target if there's no eligible targets to jump to. Kind of like Envelop or Renewing Mist. Oh, Night Elf, that's me! Night Elf, Troll, or Bear Druid. I'm deciphering runes. We got 50% movement speed versus the knockback. That's good. That's fine. Is it snowshoes or something? Rune of Anchoring. Oh, Snow Pup. I like how fucked up these guys' portraits are. They look like classic models. In a good way. I cannot wait for this place to bug out and you're just permanently getting pushed back. I could totally see that happening. A snowman! I don't want to disturb him, he's busy. It's only 4K. These are babies. What are you— I hate followers, I hate followers, I hate followers. I thought they were gonna snap to me. That's still getting pulled. It's taking a while. It's partially because, yeah, dude, my tank just bubbled. That's good. I think it's partially because it's a follower dungeon. I have no idea if I'm doing a lot of damage or not. It doesn't feel like it. But I have to assume I'm doing more than the followers. Yeah, I mean, half the time my tank doesn't even, like, auto, so... My tank's so dead. Please heal my- oh my god. Bro. I hate this healer thing. The druid is actually so bad. The healer's the worst of them for the followers. It just runs around doing nothing half the time. Aren't you a druid? Don't you have a B-res? Do followers not have B-reses? That's too complicated to code or something? What are we in combat with? She's not in combat. I don't even think I have NG on this stuff. On the beta. What? Oh. I'm getting baited by Jordan. The scaling does feel a little higher than it did before. Maybe it's like a level thing. Last time I was in here, it was 80, I think. This area is taking forever, though. And I don't think that's just because of the stupid follower NPCs. I think it takes a while. There's one mini boss you can avoid and one that you can't. You might be able to avoid this. I don't know if it pulls or if it triggers that. Actually, let's try to do that. I'm in the air. That's good. I don't know if you have to kill it to... You don't. Okay. I bet you could skip this with, like, goblin gliders. These are not super efficient, I guess. They don't really do anything, though. It's just a tank buster. Someone rescue me up here, please. Oh, dude, that's what I was wondering. I was looking at gloves earlier, and it was like giving me stats, but it was a 40 eye level difference from what I was wearing. I was really confused. Oh, don't blow me. No. Oh. You'd have to time it so that you don't goblin glider during the winds. Also, I'm definitely behind this. Pick rocks. Ah, fuck. That's pretty far. That's pretty high. That's an invisible wall. I didn't think there would be because my rock went through. Weird. That's a far jump. Maybe this is not the right angle. Oh, you can just go this way. That's a lot less cooking I need to do. Unless... Nope. Yeah, just go that way. Okay, never mind. No cooking required. Just go around. Except they're stupid and they ran all the way back because they can't jump like I can. They've been a big fan of this shit lately. So like, channel this thing to summon this other thing or to open the door. This guy has an earth floor, by the way. Ice floor. Whee! Ah! Okay. Oh, good. Oh, you have to bait the NATOs away from these and then get into them. Why did we just lost? Oh, you have to break the thing. This is gonna truck on hierarchies, isn't it? This is a mini boss. This isn't even a real guy. Oh wait, yeah, he is a boss. Okay, last time I was in here, he lived for like 30 seconds. That's why I thought he was a mini boss. It must have just been weird scaling. How many times does he do that thing, I wonder? Ooh, new weapon. Oh yeah, that is an upgrade. I'm just like criminally undergeared. Third boss of Halls of Reflection? Kinda. No, I think... Yeah, they're turned off now. Oh, okay. Yeah, my Master of Harmony stuff from mistweaver was still working, but that was like 2 builds ago, I think. For being three bosses, it's actually kind of a long instance. It doesn't have mastery on it. Man. Those things kind of cast a lot, huh? They kind of just spam cast 2 bolts. I kicked the heal though, so I don't know. I liked SCF because it lets you do some funny stuff with the totem, or with the... not totems. Like the pet control. But it was so niche and it really didn't work a lot of the time. I think it's a good change. I don't have any of my toys. This sucks. Whatever. I guess not. No, they don't want you skipping this. Invisible walls everywhere. Yeah, you might be able to gate through. I mean, I don't know how bad this guy's gonna be. I just hate single mobs that are mini bosses. Oh. Oh, it's like the old, wave crushers. I don't think I can ROP it. It's 88. Yeah. That'll be, pull to the side. Brewmaster tank, pull to the side, drop your port, jump down, meld, question mark? I don't know. Port back up. Or just be really fast and only get meleeed once. Okay, so for this dungeon, you need AoE Poison Dispel, a Decurse, Soothes. Wasn't there one more? Oh, MS. And Alchemist or Druid. Druid happens to have... two of those. They don't have an MS. They also don't have a Poison Dispel, right? They're just disease. Yeah, Mythic Plus should be next week. Disease, Poison is Mistweaver. Druid is Curse. Poison? Or just Curse? No, Shaman's just Curse. Druid has Curse and Poison. Okay, okay. Yeah, so your healer options for here are realistically Mistweaver, Shaman because of PCT or Druid. And you're probably more likely to take a Druid or a Shaman because they also have Decurse. No, this is not season 1. Oh wait, this is a disgusting fucking pack. 2 shouts? Sorry, I just realized what I was fighting. 2 shouts, damage taken increased by 50 on each. Blech. Wait, this is definitely something you're gonna skip, right? Hang on, wait, can we die? Just heal it? Yeah, I'll just heal it the one shot because these things will live forever. Infinitely scaling content. Oh, you can line it or outrange it, either one. Hang on. Stop moving closer. Although maybe after you kill one, maybe it'll like naturally fall off. They have, mine's off. They have 10 seconds? No. You can line of sight it though, never mind. Just line of sight. Can probably also outrange it.
What took you so long, eh? The law will not fight me without you.
I'm getting chucked in a -10 follower dungeon? Yeah, because my druid is a bot, dude. My healer is a bot. Are you a boss? No, you're like a mini boss? Yeah, you're fake. Ouch! Oh, ouch! There's 3? You gotta like stagger kill them. Oh, I can't wait for my DPS to blow me up. There is 3. Okay, I'm just gonna touch a death one. It drops off pretty quick. This is just like, what's his nuts from, Volcall? It's just like a little, kind of the opposite, but kind of not. You don't want to kill them all at the same time, but you do.
The burden. It is so heavy.
Is that something that they do, or am I making this up? Do they tend to do... Like, Ataldazar is a troll dungeon. It's Andalari, but it's still troll. Do they make similar mechanics across them all on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Because I referenced... Well, that was like a lore thing, I guess. The spiderlings of Shaja or whatever from Yasma. But that wasn't a mechanic. It was a quest. But I do wonder if that's something they think about. A little bit easier, like lower hanging fruit. Goblins always have explosive shit. There's always something blowing up, some type of rocket. There haven't been many Night Owl fights, but of the ones that I know of, Tyrande in Well of Eternity or something. Or the other one that's kind of similar that I don't remember, and the Moon Priestess in... What was that? In Tomb? Like, those are kind of similar. End Time, yeah, that one, thank you. I always, like, got moon themes going on. But that's all, like, really... easy, I guess? Like, of course, Night Elves are moon, and of course, Goblins are explosives. Ooh, I can't wait to taunt this off my tank to take a sack, but not die because of Dance of the Wind. Although something's eating my sacks. The Roar, that's Fizzdam. Gross! I bet that's Sonic, actually. I can't believe it either, honestly. I understand. Oh, I see, I see. I understand. Okay, sorry, I'm stupid. You drop these guys, and then they all charge to her. And they knock you away. That's what those circles have been. I'm gonna miss Bounce Back for real. I'm gonna miss her so much.
I'm listening. Their money will up.
What were the blue posts? The notes from last week? Diffuse? Yeah. Diffuse magic is one of my favorite abilities across like the whole game. Roth is also up there, but man, like a solid diffuse felt so good. Granted, they kept the reflect, which doesn't fucking work with anything because it's the same as live. But 60% magic DR goes kind of crazy.
Slice it out with my axe. I got my eye on you. Now
Hey, Merc. Yeah, I don't know anyone that likes slicing winds. It's kind of funny, but it fizzles for me a lot and just doesn't go off. But it still goes on cooldown, so I don't really know. Yeah, the totem guy. What was his name? It was one of the only times it worked all of expansion. I swear to God, there's more diffusable debuffs in Spires of Ascension in Shadowlands alone than there have been for like all of Dragonflight and the War Within. There was, I think, 5 things that you could dispel for damage in Spires. I did have that happen in a battleground. That was really fun. The first time that happened, I was like, what did they do to me? Oh, they CC'd you when you were channeling your slicings. Log out. Okay. Yeah, the Stygian, I got it to do damage 1 single time to the enemy. It will do damage to your group every time. Smile. Yeah, if they're in it, it will hit them. It was the same thing with the moth and mists. You used to be able to diffuse it for damage on the moth, but now it just does damage to your allies. It's actually fucked. Beta, 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 beta. Mistweaver. Nothing? Wrong post? Question mark? Summon tuning, mock classic. Midnight raid testing, beta development notes. Misty Weaver. Show me a healer. All healing reduced by 12%. Pros. That was last notes, yeah. I said that. So I remember reading the notes and seeing everyone get an aura buff to their damage, all the healers. And they're like, yeah, we buffed all healers by 20%, but I don't remember Mistweaver getting that data mined. I remember seeing it for Priest and for Druid, I think. I was like, oh, this is just damage, whatever. But I don't remember Mistweaver getting it in our auras. The 20%. Surely they didn't forget us when they buffed all healer damage by 20%. It was on every healer but Mistweaver. That's what I thought. I'm gonna follow up on that. It did say all healers, but you know, it wouldn't be the first time that Mistweaver was forgotten in something. Certainly will not be the last.
Talk to me if you have answers. I don't.
I go where Zushara leads.
Speak. Now. The Amani. With the blessing of Deloa, we will rid Zulaman of the Twilight's blade. For the Amani! Sit down with me. Let me tell you a story from my day.
My quest log. Uh-oh. We can abandon this one because it's broken.
Hey, who are you? Blessings of the Lord be upon you.
We fight for the Amani. All of them.
What are we raid testing on Wednesday? Which one? All of them? I didn't pin the right one in my Discord. Dream Rift Heroic. And then Quel'Danas Thursday. And then we don't have it again until December because of holiday break for Thanksgiving. Oh wait, I did pin it. I just can't fucking read. My bad. I do wonder, since they're doing their own damage meters, if Og will some but be reliably read. someone made a comment about that specifically, and it wasn't a positive one, which makes me think that it wasn't working, but the damage meter isn't working at all, so maybe that was like where the shade was coming from. I think that like the one benefit to having native details meters was being able to correctly see AUG contribution, but the meters don't work at all, so.
Back. I feel like a child again. You should be in chains. May Akilzon bear you on her wings. What has happened to my Zuluman?
I think Blizzard said they don't want AUG to know it's true DPS. Why? They know it because they have to tune around it, so why can't we know? What? It's like, dude, that's like the IRS. Pay us what you owe us from taxes. Okay, how much do I owe you? Figure it out. Well, obviously you know, because I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't do it right. Just tell me. Yeah. Are they already... Blizzard already put in some of the add-on replacements. They put in some updates to the nameplates and the raidability timeline. So boss timers. Details is supposed to be in, but it is not. It has been quote unquote in since alpha, but it hasn't worked a single time for me, so. Ye fucking aw. Hope it works by Wednesday. Otherwise, I'm just gonna complain about how little mana I have the whole time. Yeah, Wednesday is the first day of raid testing. It's just heroic. It'll be key testing too, it should be. We'll get mythic later, yeah. It's just heroic right now. It's a little early for any raid testing at all, if we're being honest. I was really surprised that it was... what, now, when it is. Oh, I was supposed to heal him. Sorry.
I don't need your help, you young thing.
May Akilzon's eye be on your back.
Blessings of the Loa be upon you. Such a helpful young soldier.
Blizzard doesn't want AUG to know it's true DPS because it's supposed to be a tag of pride on other big DPS players, not his own. Support spec, yeah. But like, you can be a bad AUG. Like, there was plenty of them in Dragonflight where their uptime on Ebon Might was just piss. But again, I guess you would just check your up and might uptime. But could you do that? Was it accurate? Was that part accurate in details? Because I don't think that it was. I don't remember. I try not to think about season 2 of Dragonflight very much. For my own sanity.
Too far away. I'm out of range.
Except for Emerald Dream. Yeah, I liked Emir Jasil, I think. I didn't like Glorbo. I don't like it when trinkets dominate too much of my gameplay in any way. Unless it's like one button press. Like, I don't like Rage Heart, Lumithars, whatever. It's one button. That's fine. But I did not like Glorbo. It kind of played perfectly into what Mistweaver is doing that tier anyway, though, so... Yeah, I would like utility trinkets. I don't like Drupa trinkets or whatever. But utility trinkets are banger. I'd love those. Like, Mistweaver would be so turbo fucked this season, I think, without Lumithars. Kinda how we would have been turbo fucked in Dragonflight without Rage Heart. Why are you all angry? Yeah, Lumithars goes crazy. I definitely thought they were gonna nerf it on PTR. IQD. IQD was funny because it pissed people off. If you were and you gave your healer mana instead of execute, oh, you were so bald. You were just completely hairless. I had a lot that I could have said during the podcast today that I ended up not. Partially because I think it was so specific to Mistweaver that it wouldn't really have led to any conversation.
I'll just stay here and rest my bones.
When we were talking about healer damage, it was so...
Go for your neck.
Mistweaver has had a lot of... I don't want to say like... I guess it was volatile. We've had a lot of extreme situations that we've been in where we are the highest damage and then gets nerfed really fast, or like in Shadowlands where we do no damage and that was the meta. I don't know if it's true for other healers. I mean, it's true for everyone to an extent, but I feel like Mistweaver is so at the mercy of the dungeon pool compared to others. Like last season, like season 2 of the War Within. Oh my fucking god, dude. I had so little to give my group if one-shots were in the equation. I had basically nothing to help prevent deaths from one-shots. Disc Priest existed in the way that it did. It was just all shields. We all remember that. Shaman has stamina that they can give. Druid gives Mark of the Wild. They also have Bark, but it's more Mark of the Wild. Holy Priest has Fort buff, but you're also just not playing Holy. You're gonna play Disc Priest instead. Prez, I don't know what Prez does. They have shields, I think. And Pally has Devo and a bunch of other DRs. Like, everyone had something, and I was just like, what do I do? I can't do anything. I cannot prevent one-shots in any capacity. And even some of the ones that I could through Elusive Mist, it was like, okay, well, I can't even be channeling during that because it's an interrupt or because we're moving or it's a knock or something. I feel like we were so at the mercy of the dungeon pool either not being tuned that way or just not having one-shots at, you know, a group level or frequently on a single target level. There's so many things where I'm like, man, I'm just missing something, and I feel like everyone else has it. Maybe not, like, obviously Shaman wasn't to the same effect as Discipline was, like, that was egregious, but they still had some way to prevent one-shots by giving HP. Midnight-themed X-Pack? I mean, we're in... There was a lot of troll stuff in Eversong originally.
I'm listening, my friend.
Not well, yeah, some Eversong, but also Ghostlands, which they've been merged now. There's so much that they could do with it, and I don't know why we can't have it. Because it's not like we're doing the most HPS all the time, always. Like, that's not a thing. That's very much not a thing. We used to have avoidance. They took it away. I also don't necessarily want avoidance. I'd rather have like an actual DR, because avoidance is weird. Like, if you have something like Yasma was a good example. Actually, Dragonflight had a lot of good examples of this, where it was everyone being hit by an individual ability all at the same time, so it feels like AoE, but avoidance wouldn't actually do anything, because it's not a real AoE. It's just everyone taking damage at the same time. Fire Mage and Everbloom? Yeah, those were individual hits as well, but everyone was taking them about at the same time, but it wasn't like an actual AoE ability, so. Whereas Yalnu was, that would work, because that was a stomp. Everyone was taking damage from an AoE ability. It just seems like there's so much that we could have that we don't, and I don't know why. Not so much like I want everything, but like any of them individually would be fine. Added a talent for Cocoon, making it Cocoon 5 players. I don't think we would be able to have Cocoon at the power that it is at, with it being 80% of our, or whatever, 60% of our health plus Common Coalescence. I think you could maybe have a choice node between like a big single target Cocoon versus smaller Cocoons on AoE, but I don't know what the value would actually end up being to the point where it wouldn't just be overpowered all the time. It would just be kind of like a Chi Cocoon, right? Like really tiny, 12%. I mean, a tank DR should be default. Every healer should have a tank button. Every healer should have a V-res. Like, there are some things that just are not negotiable in, like, modern WoW. And I think a legitimate tank button and a V-res for healers in that case are two of those things. I think that the lust thing is kind of like I know people have compared it to like a limit break in Final Fantasy, where it's just kind of like a thing that you have access to in keys. I'd be okay with that. Holy shit, they're dancing. This is such a good song for this too. Those are so cute. They're vibing. Yeah, I think someone actually on the forums, I usually shit talk people on the forums because I think that a lot of the takes are really bad. But I actually liked the idea that we would have like a tea party type of thing where we give like a food buff, but it's slightly better. I think that would be kind of fun. It's unique. It's fitting the theme. I liked that one a lot. It would be like law cookies, yeah. And a little tea set. Is there a druid form for the Cappies? Hey Pi, how's it going? Yeah, like I think what were we talking about? Like less being kind of just a thing that you have access to. I think tanks should get DR. Like tanks should get like a group DR. And I think I ripped that from Final Fantasy. I think that all tanks have some sort of group mit. I just remember the paladin one that I can't remember the name of, where like the big blue wings come out and everyone has to get behind you. I think that's fitting. It helps split up the responsibility a little bit, but it's also like, hey, you all have access to similar tools, even if your gameplay is completely different. You're not fucked just because you don't have a tank external or a AoE mit or something. Yeah. Dude, I fucking love the healer limit break. It's actually crazy. I think that we killed our P7 because of a healer LB. Like we kept planning on using a tank LB at a certain point, but we just would fall apart before we get there, so we're like, fuck it. Make sure a healer lives, and I'll be right there, and we'll just brute force it. And it ended up working. It is so satisfying. Fucking mass res, mass B res. These are so stinking cute. I think, yeah, like, that's probably my favorite suggestion so far. I know there's been like, oh, let them bring crit, like a Blessing of the White Tiger or whatever it was. Or a Mastery or other various, regular raid buff, but I actually really like the idea of Tea Party. It kind of plays, I know it's not a racial thing, but it kind of plays into the pandas like culinarian because it is still, mop content. I'd sacrifice Mystic Touch for it 100%. Not that that's sacrificing much, but you know. I have seen Fifth Element, yeah. I've done some of the delves, the ones that I have to do for the quest. I could not tell you the name of them though. I've done this one. No, I haven't. That's a lie. I'm a liar. I think I may have only done one now that I think about it. The Death Home one, I've done this one, because that was part of a quest, but I think that's the only one I've done. I'd sacrifice it for a granola bar. Yeah. Granola bars are good. Dude, I'm so sad we never got a duck mount. Are we getting a Cappy mount? Final Fantasy has a capybara mount, just saying. I never did it because you had to like grind hunts and I just... No. I will do much less for 14 mounts. I have Torgal or something. I have the wolf. I like him. He was from an event. Need a duck mount, need a Cappy mount. Need a multipass. I love that. Oh yeah, they do have that bright orange hair option, don't they? Travel from the Void Zone to Haranir. From Eversong and whatnot to Haranir is pretty easy. There's routeways. I don't know the travel from anywhere to Voidstorm because the only time I had been there was during that like phase of alpha. I haven't actually done it on live yet, or on beta rather. Duck mount from Time Walking is just another Time Reaver. I would grind it out. I would find it. I miss Last Capacitor from Windwalker. You know what I'm also gonna miss? I'm gonna miss Clash. I kind of talk shit on it a little bit. I'm gonna miss it in PvP though. Whoops. Like before I had PvP'd, when I saw Clash was getting pruned, I was like, whatever. And I asked the PvPer, I'm like, thoughts on this? And he's like, it's nice when it works. I'm like, okay, that when it works means that it's probably pretty bad. But then I actually started playing with it, and now I'm sad that it's going away. I don't know about as Mistweaver, but I like it as Windwalker. Clashing into a Todd. So good. That one's broken. I have to buy a teapot, but this guy is not selling shit. That's how I feel. You know what? Get rid of Clash or keep Clash and get rid of rushing reflexes. This shit has never worked. It's super disorienting and it doesn't function well. Clash, I don't think so. I think I talented into it on the War Within Alpha and never again. I don't know anyone that uses it. But it's a button that they're getting rid of because pruning. Hang on. Clash could low-key be a PvP talent too. But I don't know if there's enough spots for that. This will go away because oh wait, that's Serenity, not Serenity. That should go away. That should just be baked in, but yeah. That's the thing. It's like, okay, comparing that to Lighter Than Air. Eh, eh, you're never picking that.
Greetings.
This is Hanu, right?
Take it slow, my friend. Hello. But I didn't finish my story. Welcome.
This guy doesn't have anything for me. It's looking okay so far. We know more about the dungeon build at the moment. We don't have a ton to work off of for the raid build. It seems a little disconnected right now, but we haven't had raid testing yet, so we will hopefully have a better idea next week. You make Christmas mugs? Sometimes. I want to know, anyone that's messed with housing a lot, is there a way to save housing layouts? Like, can I save a Christmas decor layout that I don't have to redo everything every time?
The law have given me power, but still the thrill of battle is what fills my heart.
Spoken like a typical Amani, but I would be lying to say I don't feel the same.
I think doing seasonal decor would be really fun, but
Which of us feels that thrill?
I also understand them not wanting to let you save like 15 different house loadouts. I don't know. I'll ask Marvel. Is it tied to any sort of progression? No, it is entirely optional. Purely for the love of the game, for vibes. There's like very few things that actually require Hearthsteel. I think that was pretty, like, expected. I wasn't super surprised. I was surprised they introduced a new currency for it. I wasn't surprised that there was real money purchases for housing. I don't know why I couldn't just use my dollar bills. I gotta use Hearthsteel or something. It'd be cool if there's a way to earn the Hearthsteel in-game. Like, that would be better. Like 10Ds, but you could use it to buy stuff. I am. I'm just really bad about equipping them. I don't even know what's an upgrade anymore at this point. That is. One of my favorite things, I know I've talked about 14 a lot today. One of my favorite things about Final Fantasy is that there's a button that will just click equip all upgrades. And I love that button during questing. It's my favorite thing. Questing in WoW makes me want it, because this is gross. Yeah, I guess it's not so bad because I have add-ons to show me the eye level normally. I'm getting some upgrades, yeah.
Your struggle is entertaining.
It might be laggy in the starting area. I'm doing okay right now. I just tried to I tried to stick my SCF clones, but I don't have that button. I like the cat wearing the mask. That's cute. It's maybe a little laggy. Avoid the Gulf of Memory doll. People are falling through the world. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I hope we get a launch date announcement soon. Not that I think that we're like super ready for that. I would just like to know. I think end of February, early March was what people were saying. 10 weeks starting December 2nd. Now that sounds like such a long time, but it's really not. Any tips or just go at it? Just go at it and understand that it will probably be laggy. And don't be like me and make sure that you're bug reporting if you run into bugs. I'm like, oh, that's bugged, and I say it out loud, and then I forget to report it in the in-game report finder. Yeah, the 21st event thing is like, it's fine. I'm glad that there's not a ton to do because there's also remix and beta, and the season is still running. There's a lot of things that I'm glad they're putting their time into that isn't the 21st event. Man. Yeah, I think it's fine, like the little celebrations for the non milestones, I guess, but like 20, 25, 30. I feel like those could go hard. Dude, the trans talk was so funny. I was dying. Reading the comments was so good. It seriously looks like a leftover questing set from Siren Isles. I don't know how they thought that was going to be well received. It kind of was just like just shoot, what do we have in the game already that's unused that we can throw in here? Hmm.
We couldn't wait any longer for your lower. If my hand forced yours, so be it.
Pleasantries can wait.
The Amani never die, but she might. We need to take the fight to Mordoon. Let's go.
You seek to challenge me.
My blood, great Loa. You helped us get this far. But it must be us that end this fight for good.
Last time they wouldn't remove the barrier for me, so I had to fly up and around. Looks like we're doing that again. Ah. Or not, because there's a new wall here? Ugh, brother. That's cool. It wouldn't let me fly. Right now, raid is a little dire. Our mana is pretty bad, and there's not like a super clear playstyle that we have yet. We think we know what the intention is like to have Yulan be the raid celestial again, but right now it's just kind of not performing well at all. Yeah, there we go.
I will not die by your hand, mortals. Only a god could slay me.
How about a mortal blessed by fire?
Yeah, we don't know if we're getting like a scaled up server or not, or if it's just gonna scale up your character when you walk in. I don't think they've announced that yet. That's not gonna do anything because it doesn't have a dungeon assigned to it. I remember that happening before.
I don't. What you bring, the leader of the Amani? You're still a funny one. You have my thanks, Ashura. Go, Kinye Ono. The Amani will greet you with honor in our land.
Oh, there's something there now, but there's not. I'm gonna hop on my shaman after this and see if we can explore that.
Anyone's help. Ah, good. Someone competent for once.
I am the blade of the light. Anaria Shala. Let us make haste for the sanctum of light. This report may evoke skepticism in Lorthamar. Best you're with me.
What else can you do? You're fairly new. You can do dungeons. I think that's what most people do. Dungeons and raids, and there's also PvP once you're max level. There's a ton of dungeons throughout leveling. For any level throughout the whole game. And then the raids, yeah. I like collecting. Collecting is something that I've kind of done casually throughout my whole time playing, but I've kind of kicked it into gear a little bit more recently. Collecting transmog, collecting mounts. No, that one's new. This one is new coming in midnight. I'm on beta right now. So this one's gonna be the 700 mount meta achievement. So when you get 700 mounts, you get the achievement, and this is the reward. 600? 700? I don't remember. Good luck, Rhea. Good luck, good luck. Kicked into gear because that's the only content these days. That is correct. That is true. $600, yeah. I hope we get a pink otter. I love the otter so much. They updated Strathlum, by the way. The fog or the mist is much denser, and it puts you to sleep and spawns you at the front. With a new mob that tells you, like, don't fight it. I don't know if that means anything, but I honestly think it was just like I farsighted in there and that unrendered plague tower thing is still in there. It honestly just kind of seems like it was a way to cover stuff up they didn't want to reskin or get rid of. I would love a Strathlum story arc though. Especially because like Deathlum got kablooied. I feel like it's right there. I would like Strathlum. There's no way to check our vitality on beta currently. Yeah, it's just the buff that we have normally that freaks out whenever, you know, vitality is gained. The new dragon flying feels weird. Like it's technically easier, but it just feels weird. I feel like I get so slow. I don't even remember what they changed. You like can't pick up momentum anymore. Like if you angle down, it doesn't even matter. Ooh. You wooing at me? Hi. Oh, ooh, I thought I got banished to the Shadow Realm. Oh, it's so rainy. Must get potions. I don't know if that'll clear that away though. Yeah, the wind animation. I don't know if I'm actually slower or if it just feels slower. Oh wait, shit, I'm Horde. I don't know if that's doomed. This is Windwalkers, ironically. You're not supposed to have that little baby. Kelsey likes eating plastic. Kelsey likes eating anything that she can get a hold of. But in this case, it's plastic. Hey, can I have that? I think my game crashed. Oh. What's up, Miss Brand? What's up, little baby? Ah, oh, it's not gonna do shit. Alright. Oh well. We'll try. Oh, it's not quite what I was going for. I don't know why this one's not on the map. Is it just like flavor? Or is it something that we're getting later? Birds. Or snakes? That's a snake. Big snake. Ooh, I wonder if we'll get Goonjack coming back. Or Jack there and keep. Those are raptors, I guess. But Goonjack was the snake one, right? Are the beta graphics horrendously bad? Some stuff is kind of funny, yeah. Ah, I got blasted. Who is the snake Loa? Jakar? No, that's the flying guy. And we killed him in Goonjack, or like his reincarnated body or some shit. Hethus and oh, Sethralus. No shit. I just kind of never thought about that. I guess each of the troll tribes have different Loas. Sethralus is for the Zandalari and the Sethrak, obviously. Hmm. Can Bwansamdi come back? My game crashed. They killed me. They said don't do that and they shot me. I'd love it if Bwansamdi came back. I wish Bwansamdi was like the permanent Mythic Plus NPC for when you depleted. It just fits so perfectly. I like that he would talk shit when you died. That's fun. Dandelion boats. Curious. I think there were some of those on the main island as well. I don't think that's new. Oh, a bridge on the other side. Yeah, that was probably not the best place. Multiple bridges, even. And more shipwrecks. So it was the snake Loa, but then it was like the Loa of Death. I don't want to go back up there because that's where my game crashed, but... Dude, this is totally Bonsomdi. Look at those little spirit thingies. Bring him back. Please. It's very pretty. I do have Stinky Bright on, but it's still pretty. I mean, it's gotta be. He's the only Loa of Death, right? Oh, was Mozala? I don't know. Was he a Loa? Mozala. Oh, he is Death. Known as Mozala or even Death, is an ancient and powerful Loa of Death worshipped by the Sand Fury. Oh, okay. Wait, ally of the jailer. When did we learn that? God, I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back. He's such a good character. I think it is pretty similar. Like the little ghost wispies, I'm pretty sure that's like his thing. No, not the jailer. No. A little more swampy. Reminds me of Asmir. It's gotta be him, right? Unless they're randomly introducing a new one. And there would be no reason to do that when you have one zombie. I don't think he died or anything. Did he die? No, we killed Muazala. Did we kill Blansamdi? Oh, we killed him in the raid. King Rastakhan? Did he die with him? I'm gonna be really sad if this is not him. I'm gonna be honest. He's still around, okay. Shit! Oh, that was so much work. Okay. He was killed in a storyline, which resulted in him going into the Shadowlands. He would retreat to the other side. I do not remember Wazala being involved with the jailer at all, but you know, Shadowlands lore is not it's just not. We can just stop that sentence. Actually, what's this? This is on our side of the island, but it looked very similar to where we were. I usually post spoiler stuff. I'll talk about beta and I talk about, you know, stuff on beta and on alpha, but I will probably not post about this because I am going out of my way a bit to look at it. It's not something that you would just play through because we're not playing through it yet, so I will not yap about this yet. I try not to post like story spoilers until a bit after the game is actually launched, and I think this would probably be a story spoiler. Whereas posting capybaras or posting like cows in the housing area isn't really. Oh shoot, I should have re-upped my stinky bright before coming back. We can come around the outside here. These rocks are... Let's actually go look at these. These are interesting. Are they just weird underground rocks? It looks like it. Yeah, oh. I scream. I don't know why it does that sometimes. I should have sent more than 5. I think they were just weird shaped rocks. That looks like you're... Usually they don't render the ocean down that deep or that far, unless there's something there. Ooh. Ooh, this is like a cool little underwater area, though. Does ocean stuff keep you guys out? It doesn't really happen to me in WoW, but every now and then. Like, if you go to Vashir and you look at, like, the... What is it? The big bug thing that you, like, go inside of. I don't like that you can see the bioluminescence from, like, Gilneas. That freaked me out. I was flying somewhere. I think I was in Gilneas and I was flying back to like Stormwind, and I look to my right and I just see it. I'm like, ugh. I don't know. It doesn't like WoW stuff like that usually doesn't get me, but that one did. I wanted to see the snake. Please let me. I guess we could go over here. But I don't have to far sight as far. Oh, it is named. Okay. I guess we could just go there. I don't think it's a fatigue zone. I just don't have, like, any water stuff. I'll drown. I'll drown. We'll just park it over here. I know I have water breathing, but I don't feel like it. It's only like 15 minutes anyway. Hey Crypt, how's it going? Okay, well now I'm curious because the snake Loa was chilling on Bwansamdi's island, but that was a really big snake corpse. Is bro cooked? Is he dead? Although that's a snake skull, but it looks like it has antlers. It's just like his little frillies. I don't know, this is a big skull. Big skeleton. Huh. You hate oceans? I respect them. I'll watch like deep sea creature videos. I like horses. I'm a little more afraid of the ocean than a horse. I respect horses though. I don't really want to be near them, but I respect them. Bless you. Dude, I wanted to play it, but I know that I would not progress. I would just think that there's something behind me all the time. Like when I play horror games, my back's to a fucking wall. I try to do that as much as I can, but you can't do that in the ocean. This is just like a cute little camp. Let's actually just go here. There. We can make that. Hey, Kelsey. Stop eating, Miss Bran. Oh, there's no fatigue. A little hammock and everything. Little bugs in a jar. Oh, hello. You weren't there a second ago. Oh, we're gonna go diving? Oh shit, this is... Oh wait, this is cool. Oh, this is gonna be like an open world thing. Oh, there he is! There's a recolor of the Stinkrot Smasher. I need a net. There's a net item, like a weapon on the tournament realms that I've always wanted on live. Jeju. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I am hungry, so I think we're gonna explore this tomorrow. Also, the dogs are going crazy, so we gotta take care of that. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and then we will explore more. This is cool though. I'm excited to try this. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. GN.